Hey everyone, it's PB at Kotaku. I'm on yet another bargain hunting run for toys and collectibles at discount stores. If you care to join me, that would be awesome. Before we continue, if you enjoy the content, drop a like, leave a comment, and sub to the channel. Patreon is in the description. Whatever support you give me helps out a lot, and I really appreciate it. Let's get things underway now. I actually woke up a bit late this time, almost an hour to be exact, but fortunately my first stop Ross is relatively empty on Saturday morning just before 9 AM. We'll start off with the end cap where most of the Funko Pop and anime figures are stashed, and it looks like we got some different stuff this time. We're starting off with the Gotham Knights Red Hood. I've seen him a lot before, and check out this baby animal. Look at how small that is. I mean, it's a baby, yeah, but damn, that should not be the same price as a standard size Funko Pop figure. There's a lot of assorted stuff here, but nothing too noteworthy. I always like highlighting Pokemon Funko Pop figures. Here's Sable, and fortunately, I don't think people are going to get in fights over buying those. And this is my first time seeing a Funko Pop Shakira. She was a heartthrob with people I knew back in my younger days. Is she still relevant now? The top shelf appears to have Funko Pop figures that have been here for the past week or so I think we could gloss over this. As for the anime figures, it doesn't look like there's anything new here. I've seen all of these already. Let's move on. With things looking the way they are, it's clear no restocking happened before the store opened. It seems pretty random when the shelves get restocked and reorganized. I've had some oh, check this out. A TMNT Raphael 6-inch bobblehead. How much is this thing? There's so much TMNT stuff at Ross lately. $8? Not bad. Anyways, I've had some Saturdays. Oh, jeez, look at that. Another foot assin'. Oh, we got the Fox girl. Oh, check that out. I know this. It's a 4-inch action figure of classic Sonic the Hedgehog by Jakks Pacific. And only $7 too. Not bad. I believe these are at least $10 elsewhere. And this one looks pretty damn good. I've said this before, but I much prefer the smaller classic Sonic over the lankier modern one. Which version do you prefer? Anyways, I've seen classic Sonic the Hedgehog action figures before, but I passed up on them. This time, however, I think this is a pretty good start to the day so far, so let's keep that energy going. Let's see what other cool things we could find. Well, there we go, there's something already. A DC Multiverse Aquaman action figure for only $5. If you want a Jason Momoa action figure, you're set. And just above him, we have a Funko Pop figure of Winston from Overwatch 1. Not 2, 1. He's bigger than a standard size Pop, presumably because he's a large character in game. And his price? $7. Pretty good. Near Winston, I found this old school style skull ship by McFarlane Toys. I've been seeing classic stuff like this and the Adam West Batman sets often at discount stores for the past few weeks. $4 seems like a good deal. I'm finding one thing after the other right now. Back to best action TMNT action figures. Here's Jenica, but I don't know this character. I'm a fan of the late 80s cartoon series, so this is well past my time. And next to her is a total anime Chainsaw Man action figure by Jazzwares. I've seen Anya Forger, Yuji Itadori, and Eren Yeager from the same line, but I believe this is a first for Chainsaw Man. $15 seems a bit on the high end for an action figure at Ross, but maybe that's just anime tax or something. Speaking of total anime, Ross has been restocking these minifigure blind box sets. I'm not really into these, but they seem to sell okay. I don't see them as often lately. And we got another one of those transforming Jurassic World toys. 2-in-1 for $3? That's $1.50 per transformation. Great. Some of the best action TMNT action figures are starting to get price reductions like this April O'Neil. I think it's only a matter of time before the numerous Rocksteadies and Foot Assassins follow suit. Sorry, I'm having trouble keeping up, but I thought those Zorro anime figures would have sold out already. I'm surprised they're still here. These Toy Story Slinky Dog toys would have been cool, but that string placement really bothers me. Anyways, there's some other stuff here, like another 4-inch Jakks Pacific action figure on the Mario side of things. Here's a Fire Mario. There's more 4-inch Jakks Pacific Super Mario action figures here. Whoops, dropped something there. Here's a Larry Koopa. I passed up on this before, but not this time. Okay, let's move on. One of my pet peeves about the toy section at Ross is the usual disorganization. Quite often I feel like if you move something ever so slightly, things will just come crashing down. That was really prevalent during the holiday season when shit was just overflowing. Can anyone tell me why these mystery egg things are so popular with kids? No? Okay, let's check these out. Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron ships. Here's a Special Forces TIE Fighter, and there are chase variants of these. Sometime during the 2024 holiday season, I found Sabine Wren's TIE Fighter at DD's discounts for only $5, and that thing sells for over $150 on eBay. If you think I'm gonna resell that, hell no, that's for the collection. Here's another one of those transforming Jurassic World toys, or hidden hatchers, or fierce change. What's with all these names? Anyways, I do like that Indoraptor a lot. It's probably the best looking of the bunch, but I keep putting off buying one, and as of editing this video, that's still the case. I noticed my Mantoka has been sitting on Ross shelves for a few weeks now. To all my thrifty viewers, if he's been collecting dust at your Ross stores, keep a close eye on him for price cuts. And here, we have more Good Boy Michelangelo action figures. These are also definitely destined for price cuts. Just wait it out. It doesn't look like there's much else to highlight, but it can't hurt to do a few more scans. There's always a chance I overlook something, and again, Eagle Eye viewers, tell me if I missed something worthwhile. There's not really much for me on this shelf neither. It's mostly the learning and educational toys, but I do want to stop by the plushie section real quick to say hi to a friend. Hey, what's up, Santa? Good to see you again. Okay, I guess I lied. There were some other collectibles at Ross that I missed. More Best Action TMNT action figures. Here's Rat King. I don't know this character, but he's $10, and next to him, we got more Fire Marios, but we also have a Fire Green Mario variant. Decent finds for Best Action and Jakks Pacific right now. It's time for me to check out, but because I showed up a lot later, there was a bit of a line. It is what it is, but I'll make sure I wake up earlier next time. Second stop, Burlington, and like the previous times, I'm going to start off with that end cap that has DC Multiverse action figures by McFarlane Toys, and it keeps getting emptier and emptier. But if this stuff still isn't moving after 3 weeks, it's probably not gonna sell. If I see Blight get a price drop, I'm getting one. Also, just going off the end cap with old stuff, I'm not exactly filled with confidence about finding anything new here. There's not much going on at this end cap. It's a lot of the same stuff that was here last week. Those retro style Playmates TMNT action figures were on the other side last time. For some reason, someone moved them over here. I don't see the point of doing that, but whatever. I'll go ahead and tell you there's not going to be much going on here neither. Looks like that Pokemon Mega Block set is back. Maybe I missed it last week. Who knows? But look at what we got here. Week 3 and this Lightyear 4-pack still hasn't moved. Who wants to bet it'll still be here on week 4? Finally, we got a Sonic Prime 8-pack here, but you know, it's not really anything special. $13. Let's move on. We're at stop number 3, the second Ross. The previous week was a bust, so despite the good finds at my first stop today, I still have tempered expectations here. I wonder if I'll find any different 4-inch Jakks Pacific action figures. Well, let's get in there. Well, I'm not seeing much here. Those Dev Series action figure sets look like they're in the same spot as they were last week, and this Goldie Roger anime figure is still here to my surprise. I thought this would have sold out fast. There's something G.I. Joe and X-Men in the back, so I just gotta move that anime figure on the lower shelf, and let's see what these are. Oh, it's just cars. What are these, by Jada Toys? Colossus and a Jeep Gladiator? I mean, it looks kinda cool, but I'm good. It's probably the same for that G.I. Joe thing, and yeah, we have Destro and Hiss, or H-I-S-S. That vehicle actually looks pretty damn cool. The figure, not so much. I've also seen various Nightmare Before Christmas merch by Culturefly, this figure set being one of them. Since I wasn't really interested, I didn't even look at the price. I was gonna put this back where I got it, but then I saw a Transformer action figure hidden at the very back. Well, here's an Earthspark Nightshade with a very damaged box. It looks like it got crushed and soaked. It feels like it's gonna fall apart. And $7? Come on, Ross, you can do better than that. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything else interesting on this shelf, but let's take one more quick look. Well, Maybe not that quick, but we'll just look around and we'll move on to the next shelf. It's pretty much the same here too, all stuff we've seen previously. Hopefully someone new to my channel and not experienced with discount stores sees this and learns some valuable info. And man, I'm still surprised the One Piece and Dragon Ball anime figures are not moving. They usually move so fast. The rest of this stuff's not really for me, but there's still an end cap to look at, so let's see what's over there. And I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's a lot of the same. Best Action TMNT action figures, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Mario Kart stuff. I did see this Yoshi last week, and I'm still looking for that Shy Guy. How are all of you doing so far? I hope you're enjoying yourselves, and thank you for sticking around. We're at stop number 4, the third Ross. Once again, we've got the full but disorganized shelves. Let's see if we could pick out anything different here. I guess we'll start off from the right side. Oh, check that out. No, not the monster trucks. This, an 1883 Jensen Button Funko Pop figure. What a coincidence that he's got the same name as a Formula 1 world champion. This one's been here a while, and it's on clearance. Should really be 49 cents though. Well, we've seen these other Funko Pop figures before, and speaking of things we've seen before, this All Elite Wrestling Unmatched Collection Sammy Guevara action figure. Is he even still around anymore? The last time I remember seeing him, he broke Jeff Hardy's nose and got suspended after. Who really cares anyways? Oh wow, the Transformers I saw last time are still around. That's a bit surprising, but maybe $9 was too expensive. And I've seen these Sonic playsets at Ross numerous times, though not as often as the Mario ones. Never once have I seen these go on clearance. Those Batman Classic TV series Wayne Manor Library playsets were still here this time. Did any of you bother getting these? I think it's really cool, but sometimes I do have to be selective about what I get. Sorry about that, I just wanted to see if there's anything interesting under the shelf. Let's check out that end cap behind. Oh, there we go. We got the 4-inch Dr. Eggman by Jakks Pacific. I knew Ross wouldn't let me down. At least this time anyways. And you know what's gonna happen with this. Let's see what else is here. A classic TV series Penguin, a Best Action Foot Assassin, and a Jason Momoa again. I'm sorry, I mean Aquaman. In the same area, I also found a Jakks Pacific 4-inch Princess Peach. I've seen this one many times, and I've never really liked this one. She looks a little too Stepford for my liking. And how'd the packaging get that damaged already? Did it come out of the case like that? Whatever. Anyways, so this Ross was stacked up pretty well this time. Though I've already seen most of the stuff here, there was plenty of it to go around for everyone. That is, assuming people actually wanted it. And seriously, I'm not kidding when it comes to the amount of Best Action TMNT action figures at Ross. You see it, I see it, everyone sees it. The stuff just keeps multiplying. I'm always guessing as to what I'll see next. What do you think we'll see next when it comes to Best Action TMNT action figures? Getting tired of me saying that yet? There's not much else to really go over. Like I said before, it's a lot of the same stuff, but I did find one other thing I was looking for. What do you think it is? If you guessed the Mario Kart Shy Guy by Jakks Pacific, you are correct. I was hoping I'd find this last time, and Ross came in clutch once again. At $3, I'm really happy with that. Before leaving this location, I did a last run of the shelves to make sure I didn't miss anything interesting. Not much else to report. I even peeled the layers back, but I still didn't find much else we hadn't seen already. Well, except maybe for that one. On to, what is this now? Stop number 5? I do this all the time, yet I still lose track. Anyways, we're at DD's Discounts, and with that out of the way, let's move on to stop number 6, Five Below. As per usual, I start off every Five Below visit by checking out the Sanrio section. Lately, however, it looks like this area is getting smaller and different things are being mixed in, like Marvel, Care Bears, and whatever else, you name it. Five Below put the Funko Pop figures here too. I had to say, this Gamerverse Iron Man actually looked pretty sweet, but I passed up on it. Like I said earlier, there's plenty of Care Bear stuff, but let's move on to what I wanted to see. The Sanrio merch. I've seen those already, but here's some Dash Dancers or bobblehead things. There's 4 different Dash Dancers to collect. First, we have My Melody, Then, we have Racer Hello Kitty. I forgot to mention that these are $5 each. Here we have Cinnamoroll, and finally, we have Batsmaru. I have a few Dash Dancers, but I never put them on my dashboard. They just go on the shelf. Since I'm not buying these, I should put them back like a civilized person. The Sanrio section this time was actually pretty full. I'm not used to that. This area is usually empty. Here's a bunch of Sanrio plushies. It looks like these are $5.55, but unfortunately, they look kinda low quality, and it always pains me to say that about Sanrio merch. Hello Kitty looks okay, while the rest leave much to be desired. I've seen Five Below offer better stuff at the same price. Oh, and if you happen to be a Bluey enjoyer, Five Below's got you covered on that as well. The only other thing for me to do here is check out the Squishmallows, and it looks like it's all stuff I've seen and shown off before, so there's no need to highlight this again. Moving on. We're on to stop number 7, the Ross with the largest toy section in my area. Remember the comforters up top? That's how you could remember it until they remove the comforters. Right off the bat, there's a 4-inch Dr. Eggman action figure, and next to him, a Battle Record Collection Zorro someone wanted to see, or maybe he was trying to break free from the cardboard and plastic prison. Just above that, we have Sonic again. Been seeing a lot of him today. That actually gives me hope that I'll find Fang or Mecha Sonic here. We'll see if my luck's gonna continue, but for now, let's see if there's any other cool things on the shelves. I've seen this transforming Batmobile every so often at Ross for the past month and a half. It actually looks really cool, as most Batmobiles typically do. As someone getting back into Transformers, I think it would have been really cool if the Batmobile transformed into some kind of giant robot, rather than a command station, or whatever it's called. Whenever I see any Pokemon merch, I think of the current situation with the TCG. It's really crazy how you literally can't find any Pokemon card stuff at retail locations like Walmart, Target, or even GameStop. It's like pandemic level scarcity. It's really crazy to see that even 6 months ago, retail locations had plenty of Pokemon card stuff in stock. Sorry, I went off on a small tangent there. For these Total Anime action figures, I've seen them all at Ross except for that Izuku Midoriya. I believe Chainsaw Man was recent, so I wonder if Midoriya will show up soon. Oh look, more Morgan Elsbeth stuff. I could tell those were just put out because the boxes and tags look pristine, and I already know they're not gonna sell. There are identical ones on clearance sitting on Ross shelves at the same time. The only difference is that the clearance ones were put on shelves months ago. Ross, you just need to put those on clearance right away. Make room for other stuff on your shelves. I keep seeing these small Crash Bandicoot figures at discount stores. I know Jakks Pacific makes 4-inch Crash Bandicoot action figures like they do with Monic and Sario. I wish the Crash ones would show up at discount stores too. I'd be all over that. And here's something I'll never be all over. Jurassic World Chaos Theory Zoom Riders? Dinosaurs on wheels? They look like carts for some kind of outdated amusement park ride. I've never even heard of Jurassic World Chaos Theory until I saw the merch at Ross. Let's put that back. For this section, it's pretty much more of the same we've seen earlier. No luck finding Fang or Mecha Sonic so far. There's not too many other areas to look through here, so the chances are dropping by the minute. I feel like these Netflix Witcher series action figures have been at Ross forever. They're only $3, yet they're still not moving. They need to go the 49-cent route as well. And to further expand on that train of thought, a lot of these things need to go the 49-cent route, like these anime figures that refuse to sell. However, I do realize if most of these things went that route, Ross would be decimated and there wouldn't be anything left on the shelves. Let's continue the search for the other Sonic action figures, shall we? With so much stuff, it really feels like a needle in a haystack. It's tedious, but sometimes you gotta take your time and look carefully. Oh look, there's another Sonic figure there. Let's see who Oh! Yeah, what's up, bitches? I found him! Believe it or not, that was my legitimate reaction when I found Fang. So that's 3 down, only 1 more to go. Who's left exactly? Mecha Sonic. I did scour the shelves as best as I could, but I couldn't find it or anything else of interest, so I moved on to the next Ross, which is stop number 8. As soon as I got to the toy section, I saw a Sonic action figure right away. Unfortunately, it was not the Sonic I was looking for, so I decided to move along. Let's see what else is there. Dev Series, Jujutsu Kaisen, worthless G.I. Joe stuff, more Best Action TMNT action figures. Once again, like a broken record, more of what we've seen before. But hey, there's gotta be at least one or two different things we haven't seen yet, right? Wait, did I just see something? Nah, it was probably just the wind. This Stranger Things action figure is still here. Did I highlight this in my last discount store outing video? I honestly can't remember. And as we pan through the shelves, we see countless amounts of junk, or at the very least, stuff that I think most people wouldn't be into. And by most people, I mean collectors. And by collectors, I mean grown-ass people, like me. And what the heck happened to that Toyota Tacoma? Did someone partake in some illicit or illegal activities? Oh no, not these again. Oh, wait a minute, they're facing the other way, and are these sealed? Did like someone open them up and put them back the wrong way? No, they're sealed. So how did that happen? Here's something different, I think. A Guardianship Jakks Funko Pop figure for $7. I've seen the other Guardians before, but after seeing Jakks, I finally realized they all go together as a set. Talk about slow. And to continue with Funko Pop figures, I found this 10-inch giant version of the Child. That's what Grogu was called before he was called Grogu. Whoa, I just saw him bobble his head at me. Maybe he's alive or something. I remember seeing people picking these up from GameStop and being all hype about it, paying the full MSRP of $40. And now, he's $15. It's a cool find, but not what I'm on the hunt for. Let's look around a little more to see if I can find that Mecha Sonic anywhere. Maybe pulling back the front layers will help again. It didn't work out, so let's get out of here and move on to stop number 9, DD's Discounts. I haven't mentioned the time in a while, but at this point, it was around 11:40 a.m. I'll cut to the chase. There really wasn't anything of note here, but I wanted to highlight this bootleg ass, or maybe the most off-brand Power Ranger toys I have ever seen in my entire life. The Cosmic Force Protectors of the Universe, also known as the Ninja Knights, or Ninja 4 Knights. I've seen some real bootleg / off-brand stuff before, but this is one of the worst things I've seen in my entire life. It only comes second to the Sense of Right Alliance. Anyone remember that? We're on the home stretch at stop number 10, another Ross. It's been a long day, but thank you again for coming along for the ride. Let's see if we can complete the goal I set out after finding Dr. Eggman early on in this video, finding all 4 Sonic figures. I'm feeling good this time. I think we could finish the task here. There's a fire green Mario off the bat. I think that's a good sign so far. There's one right here. It's just classic Sonic. No dice yet, but let's keep looking. Well, there's another classic Sonic. Man, been seeing a lot of that guy today. And there's another green Mario, except in Mario Kart form. Let's keep looking. Come on, big money. Does that really make sense saying that here? Big money, big money. I'll just keep saying it. Big money, big money. Nope. I don't know, why are we going back here? I don't want to see Paw Patrol. And why am I talking as if I'm not the one in complete control here? I'm the one holding the camera. I should just probably stop talking to myself, right? Anyways, more Mario Kart toys, then there's Mario, there's green Mario, another Mario, another Mario. That's a huge freaking banana peel, what the heck? I feel like I've seen this Imperial Troop transport ship for like 6 months at Ross now. Got some more Funko Pop figures. Let's just keep going. There's gotta be... Oh, is that it? Oh! It's about fucking time I found this. I was so excited, I ended up dropping Mecha Sonic and jacked up the packaging. At that point, I knew I was gonna open up this whole set. It's one thing to see entire sets of figures at discount stores, but it hits completely different when it's a set you actually want to own. I was in a really good mood after hitting my goal, so despite the long day, I still wanted to look around more to make sure I didn't miss anything. After all, there's a lot of stuff here, so I could find at least one more thing, right? You know, after seeing so many Dead Gokus and King of Artists, the Kozuki Oden anime figures for the past 3 discount store outings, I'm thinking they're going to get price cuts. If you're interested in the figures and they're still sitting around in your stores, keep an eye on them and wait it out. Ayo Red Ranger, I just saw your Wish.com counterparts at DD's Discounts. They said hi, and I've said it before for all those best action TMNT action figures, but I'll say it again, they'll get clearanced out. There's just way too many of them, and they're not moving. By the way, I wanted to ask you all, what sort of things are constantly in the toy sections at your discount stores? Ross, Burlington, and Didi's Discounts in particular. I'm curious to see how similar or how different shelf warmers are with my stores and my viewer stores. Let me know in the comments. I look forward to reading them. Well, after another detailed look, it appears there was nothing new to see, so I'll pay for Mechasonic and head out. It was a bit drawn out, but Lady Luck was kind today. Another thing, I noticed in the middle of editing that there was a Sonic figure poking out from under the shelf. I did not see that while I was at the store, and it makes me wonder what it was. I know it doesn't matter, but something got past me for once. I could have called it quits here, but I decided to visit one last Ross, which makes this stop number 11, and this is the last one. I honestly went just for the heck of it, and came here not expecting to find anything. At first glance, nothing really stood out on the shelves, so I decided to walk over to the corner where the stuff that hangs on pegs are usually placed. And I think you all can immediately see what I see. Classic Sonic, Fang, and Mechasonic all in one shot. And that thing that's just out of shot, that's Eggman. So that's all 4 figures from this set, which is Wave 19, at one store. Maybe some of you are thinking, if I went to this store first, I could have saved myself the trouble and time of going to all the other stores. Well, not really. Whenever I strike big at the first store, that always gives me more of an incentive to visit the other stores. It makes me think the other stores will be a goldmine that day as well. Also, if I skip the other stores, I might not have found that Shy Guy I was looking for. Okay, for anyone who saw my last long form video, you already know I found all 4 of these action figures. If you're interested in seeing me unpack and review these figures, I'll link the video at the end. Alright, I can't leave out that I did find a few more things afterwards. One, this somewhat old WWE action figure of a Bloodline We the One's Jimmy Uso, and this WrestleMania Las Vegas Seth Franklin Rollins. These are both $10. I just saw that WWE removed Freakin' from Seth's handle, and I for one am glad about that. Even if that means Jim Cornette can't call him Franklin anymore, in theory. And that's pretty much it for the outing. It was another long journey, but I really appreciate you all keeping me company. Here's what I walked away with this time. If you made it this far, comment Sonic Franklin. And if you also enjoyed this outing with me, make sure to drop a like and sub. Patreon is down in the description. Any support you give goes a long way, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.